And here we go. All right, let's get going. Go on.
I've always been intrigued by the idea that when I am out in nature, I can see things that seem to be placed there in lovely, serendipitous arrangements, just waiting for me to capture them in a photo or possibly a pastel painting.
I just can't pass up a big leaf. There's a little bit of foliage here. This, I have to show you this. This cracks me up. The leaves have fallen, but a lot of them have been suspended like in mid-air on these little twiggy branches that are down below, and it looks pretty cool. Let's see if I can show you that.
I wonder technically what has to be true before you can call something a still life. I searched for a definition. Getty Center says that the term still life describes a work of art that shows inanimate objects from the natural or man-made world. They depict things that are still and don't move. All of these arrangements that I find are truly happenstance, objects occurring in juxtaposition to one another in pleasant and sometimes unexpected ways. I am in a quandary. From the earth below to the sun glinting through the trees, it's all so lovely. These curious little nature vignettes seem to suggest someone lovingly placed the objects right there for me to spy, keeping me divided between the bigger picture and the intimate close-up shot. In my mind, I just can't resist framing out the compositions and testing them with my camera viewfinder. It is often a wonderful experiment with lost and found edges and negative space. One of the things that I think looks so neat is when you see these old dried up leaves that have just interesting holes and things in them. That's one of the things that I look for, is maybe it's how it's grouped together around a rock, or how it's just wearing out. That looks neat to me.
So right over here on the bank are a whole bunch of shells that are exposed. They're kind of like turned upside down, and that looks pretty neat, I think. It's and there's some leaves around it. Look at this. Isn't that cool? Okay, let's see what kind of a photo we can get out of this.
The subjects are as varied as nature, and sometimes they're quirky in their presentation, subjects that belong together and others that are strangers.
That particular little vignette there with those shells turned upside down, I thought that was really very neat. And then I did a vertical orientation on it, so that changed it up a little bit too. And there's this beautiful piece of wood down at my feet. So I want to thank all of my subscribers. I sure do appreciate you. It's so amazing to know that you're out there watching. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, I hope you'll do that and follow my pastel tapas so I can show you some of the beautiful surroundings in Virginia now. You can go back and look at things from Washington State, and I'm always exploring, and I'd love to take you along with me and show you demo highlights of the pastel paintings inspired by my exploration. So do join me and hit the like button and leave me a comment. I'd like to hear from you and know you're there. Thank you. I'd like to know what bird that is that's walking around here making those tracks. Look at this dramatic sky that we have today. These clouds are amazing. It really is beautiful out here, even though it's a kind of a cool, blustery day. I love this kind of weather. In my explorations to spy a still life left for me by the random workings of wind or water is always such a treat, and is one of the little surprises that make being out in nature such a joy.